Just talking about what jobs, right? And how we have a dwindling job market. So, job scams are on the rise, guys. Job scams. And I've been getting them too. I get these texts from people. I don't know if you guys get it. I get these texts from people. Hey, I'm Sarah with, they'll give me some name of a company like I care. And saw your resume and wanted to let you know we're hiring for anybody who does that. To me, is a scam. Anybody who does that, I'm telling you, is a scam. And you gotta watch out for these scams, especially during this time. I think people will sue people because they broke. People will rob from people because they're broke. And people will scam people. Now, robbing and scamming a little different. Robbing sometimes is by force and violence. Scam, you don't even know it's happening. And unfortunately, that's what's taking place right now. A lot of people don't know that this scamming mentality and this scams are on high alert. DEFCON 3. Let's get it started, y'all.
Good work from home jobs are tough to find, but an Akron mother found out just how tough it can be.
She went through the process, even worked for more than 2 weeks, but in the end, she says she was left empty-handed.
News 5 investigator Jonathan Walsh shows us what happened, what to watch out for, and what we found in Miami, Florida.
Type in the web address. Normally it would populate.
Mikhail Green from Akron can't believe what she sees.
It says the site is blocked because it may contain unsafe content.
It's supposed to be the site of a company she thought was her new employer.
I don't play with people's money or their livelihood. That I think is cruel. I'm sorry.
She says it all started in late October when Esquire Invest Inc. offered her a work-from-home job that paid well. With her banking background, she tells us she worked a total of 95 hours processing payments involving cryptocurrency. But when it came time to get paid, the instructions told her to deposit $400 into an online account, and then she would get her pay.
I am behind on my bills considerably, been asking friends and family for money. I needed my $2,000 to pay my rent.
We were able to get onto Esquire Invest's site, tried calling their phone numbers.
The number you have dialed is not in service.
Nothing went through.
Just hangs up, doesn't work.
We emailed the company 3 times, no response. We obtained this recent video of the address listed for Esquire Invest Inc. in Miami, Florida. We also found the state of Florida dissolved the company back in September, but remember, it hired Mikhail in late October.
People call us questioning, how can this be? What do I do?
All right, so you got that right there. I'm going to stop real quick. The company was dissolved in September, hired her in October. If you're not familiar with any of these companies, if you are you don't know anything about them, you need to do your due diligence before you accept any of these job offers, any of these job requests. I don't even reply back to text telling me about a job. Why? Because that's fraud. I mean, it's fraudulent. It's fraudulent. What employer is going to see your resume out there in the stratosphere and decide to reach out to you randomly and say, we're interested in you? Why not shoot me an email? Why not give me a call and say, hey, this is David calling from whatever company? And even after that, it is still up to us to do our own due diligence on the company, because not every company is a company that is credible and you even want to work for. And I think the desire for money, the need for income, will cause people to do more stupid stuff as we move into 2026. I'm not saying that lady's stupid, but she's definitely not educated. And it happens to all of us. We get into deals, we start dealing with people, we get into we go to companies that we really should not have gotten into. And I said 2026 is the year of listening and hearing from God, and I still stand by that, because the more time you spend in that quiet place, you won't get caught up in some of this stuff that's out here.
Erica Dilworth from the Better Business Bureau in Cleveland says you might have a resume out there and get a random text, email, or phone call.
If it's all text conversation, if it's all email conversation, even if it's just a phone conversation, you really have no way to confirm is this an actual business?
And she says if the employer is asking you to pay or deposit your own money, that's the biggest red flag.
I can't think of a situation that I've encountered where it is appropriate for the person hiring you to ask for money.
For Mikhail, she was depending on her pay, even telling her landlord she'll be able to get him the rent.
And I look like a liar because we're not good. And if me and my daughter become homeless from this, nobody cares.
Just a tough story. Now, the BBB says if you report lost money right away to your bank, there's still a chance you'll get it back. But if you wait a couple days, maybe a week, it's highly unlikely you'll get anything back. And you guys have heard about these kinds of job listings where they say pay for the supposed supplies, you have to pay the company that's hiring you. The BBB just says, look, walk away. That is not something you want to be a part of every time. So be careful, do your homework on these businesses.
So the address was a construction site
Yep.
in Miami.
Yep, and a year ago,
No building.
we saw it on Google Earth, the
Yeah.
street view. It was a empty building. I mean, there was graffiti, it was all blocked off, so not really sure how long.
You know, that's they coming for you. I'm telling you, they coming for your money, man. They coming for when scammers go broke and they can't scam anymore, they coming for your money. They're just gonna take what's normal out there and they're gonna heighten it. They're gonna increase it. I mean, I've had scammers, business partners that I've been scammed by, and I've mentioned that before. Anybody that needs your money and offers you some return on your money, which is nothing wrong. We all do deals with return on investment. It's nothing wrong with that at all. Deals return on investment. But I say, do your due diligence and look over everything. Do your due diligence and look over everything, because that's what they want, and it's gonna become more prevalent, I believe, as we go into 2026, because money's not flowing like it used to be. So if you got it, they'll take it from you. Now, with her, I'm trying to figure how did she not talk to HR? How did she not complete HR information? How did she? One thing that they didn't say in this interview is that she didn't speak to somebody. Nowhere in this interview did it mention her speaking to anyone. She didn't say, "Hey, I spoke to this person and David, and I had a whole bunch of conversations with HR and I filled out this information." What's worse is she probably filled out some information with her social security on there and some other stuff. Now is a double lick. For the people that end up paying, they get a lick from them, but then also their ID, which goes onto the black market, they get a lick on that too. So I don't want any of you guys to get scammed out here, to get took out here, because there's a lot of it going. And I'm just gonna say, do your best, do due diligence down to and as much research as you can. I prefer not to work for companies that don't have a credible blueprint online. I've worked for banks before on the digital side, and I was able to find the bank. I was able to find the software company that you know that they portrayed to be, and the banks that they worked for, and to validate that they are who they are. Okay. And that's what we want. You got to validate it. You got to have some blueprint, footprint that's out there. But the mistake is, because we're looking for money, because we're trying to get the bag, we keep running into those things where money always would grab us and drag us in. See, the biggest thing right now, mammon, the desire for money, the need for money, is the thing that will be the driving force for the people that are greedy, and then for the people that lack also. It'll drive the people that's lack and that's poor into schemes like that, and it'll drive the people that have abundance of money, and you think, man, they got a bunch of money. What do they need anymore? They want everything. They want to consume, okay, and have all your money at the same time, and it will cause them to do a lot of these crazy money moves and money schemes.